It's the beginning of the day. So 2 nights ago I gave the Dhamma talk and used the Four Noble Truths as a theme to be reflecting on. And good to keep reflecting on these themes. It's not just sort of like a intellectual pursuit, a bit of intellectual information that you can file away. But it's more, these are themes for reflection and contemplation, and to bring up and trying to figure out how to use it in daily life, and to that particular theme of dukkha, to being able to reflect on it so that it is useful, beneficial. It helps to highlight both the kind of like shines a light on the ways that we create unnecessary stress and suffering for ourselves. But then by highlighting that and seeing it, then you start seeing a way out. And but part of it is also you're starting to, in that exploration of, okay, what is this really? Is this dukkha? What's the nature of this? One can overwhelm oneself, or one can get very idealistic and start pushing oneself. I've got to really push myself with the practice, and which is not a bad thing, but it's just sort of like knowing what's useful, what's beneficial. And that part of practice is being able to explore that edge of dukkha, explore that edge of say, just because something's difficult doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. And so that learning from that process. In education, there's something that's called the zone of proximal development, and it's for those teachers in the group. But like if you're in grade 5 and you keep teaching them, say, kindergarten math, then they're just going to be bored and be bouncing off the walls. But if you're in grade 5 and you start introducing advanced calculus, it's just not going to work. It's just too much. So having the challenge for learning appropriate to what you actually can learn, and that's a lot more subjective with our inner world. So that taking an interest in exploring that, and so that understanding how does this work, and what is the way out, and so that as we do explore that and investigate it, you start realizing these Four Noble Truths that the Buddha taught are really important, and again, you don't want to shrink back from difficulty. I always think of the image of Ajahn. He says, practice can get really interesting, really exciting, and sometimes it can be a bit difficult. He said it's kind of like when there's especially in Thailand, where you've got really spicy foods, and he said there's you have like a really good papaya salad it's really spicy, and it really tastes good. It's really enjoyable. But he says your tears are running and snot's flowing. He said, but boy, it tastes good. practice is like that. You put the, you explore that edge, you learn. It's satisfying. That's just be willing to explore.